Hello, aspirants. This is me, Dr. Jagdish Jagtap, and in today's podcast, we will be talking about how to achieve optimum productivity while studying. Many of us, those who are studying for competitive exams, face this problem that, like at the start of the day, we are having awesome motivation, awesome grasping capacity, but as the day wears on, we kind of lose steam, and then we do start doing some time pass, and we waste lots of time, and ultimately at the end of the day we have studied only for around 5 6 7 hours. But a day has 24 hours, and of which we are expected to study at least 10 and at most 14, and some guys can increase this to even 16 17, and even 8 is fine. But there has to be constant use of this, constant good use of this time. So that is why we are using this one word, optimum. So let's see a few tricks which I have tried, and they have done plenty of good to me, and I hope they'll help you too. So if you take anything away from this podcast, this is the thing which I want you to take away. Maintain a time log. Now most companies, like MNCs and all, what they do is they ask their employees to maintain a time log. कि भाई आपने, like what did you do from this time, like entry time to exit time, and you break it in parts. For example, for from 9 to 10 I worked on this project, 10 to 11 I worked on this project. So this is how the employee has to write, and in that company's software it has a different system in which the employee has to feed this worksheet. So what happens is, because of this, the employee knows that whatever he does, he is accountable. Secondly, the company at the end of the year, it can understand, it can compare employees. This employee has worked for this many hours on this project, his productivity is like this, and that is how a certain optimization is achieved, where all people work at their fullest potential. Now let us apply the same principle to our studies. So write everything that you do, because when you are studying for a competitive exam, everything is a trade-off. There are only two paths in life, A and B. A takes you towards your goal, and everything which doesn't take you towards your goal takes you away. So there are only two paths. There are no three paths. This A is the path towards your goal, and B is the path not towards your goal. And under B, everything else comes: social media, chatting with friends, going out, shopping, everything comes under this path B. So if you write a time log, you can classify whatever you do into these two categories. So for example, and you can use MS Word, which is a very good handy software to write this, or you can even use a simple notebook. It is up to your like the resources which you have available, and your tech friendliness. It depends upon that. Some people are comfortable with notebooks, fine. Some people are comfortable with the laptop, that's also fine. But, to give an example, suppose I wake up at 5 o'clock and 5 to 6 I study the optional paper. For example, I have written this, but in real life, I'll actually write what topic of syllabus I studied. Suppose I'm taking 6 to 7 for bath, and this is every day. Like I can cut down this time, or if it's okay, I can use 1 hour. And suppose I am reading polity, some topic from 7 to 8, and this is not planning. This is after I'm doing that I'm writing. Planning, Indians are like, there is no one who can hold us back in planning, because we can plan to scale the sky. But this is a log, like it is written after you have done that activity. So it is not something in distant hazy future. It is the actual work which you have done. This is a sample of my own log which I'm now what I used to do. This is a sample of one, suppose day X. So right from, I began at 7:25, then for a few minutes I planned, then I started studying, then I have written the entire like stuff which I studied and a few points about it. So if I were to revise, I can revise it. Now in this, one thing which I have done is, like, I have written exact minutes, but you can round it off to the nearest 5 minutes. And this I have written for the entire day, and I have kept on writing this. So this will help you. This will help us in the way that uh, it will help us to analyze. Well, we'll look at the benefits later on. But the way to do it is you write the time, you write your topic which you have read, you write a few points about it. So that once you at the night or maybe in a few days, if you read this entire page, you will get a very clear idea that what you have read, and it will be a kind of revision also. So this is another sample. In this I've used this colors so that I can know like this is what I've studied, right? And this is study part. Now this blue part is like it's waste, like it's non-study part. So in this I can, now you cannot cancel lunch, but if some of you wants to be very productive, they can utilize, make some flashcards and all, and read while eating or watch some videos. So these are a few samples, and it's not the ideal thing. You can mix and match and do whatever suits you. Now there are some few obvious benefits of this. First, it helps in revision, and revision is like a very big deciding factor which differentiates the scores of people, because many people study with full heart but they don't revise. So this will definitely help in revision. Second, it will help in analysis. Like at the end of the 1 week, you can just count out how many hours you have read, what you have read, how productive you have been. Sorry for the spelling mistake. It's bringing in accountability. Now this is accountability is important because you are accountable for your studies. You are studying for a competitive exam, which means it's after graduation, right? So you are putting lots of your valuable time. So it brings in accountability, like what you have studied, how many hours you have wasted, what you are doing in that time, and it helps in optimum use of time. And what will happen is, over a period of time, definite patterns will arise. Like suppose in my case, the pattern would be that I'm used to taking a nap in the afternoon. Now if this nap is of 2 hours and there is a pattern, after 10 days I come to realize that this 2 hours for 10 days, it has come to around 20 hours. And if I'm studying for 10 hours a day, which means in 10 days I have wasted 2 days. So if I could just cut down on this nap, so in 10 days I'm gaining 2 days. So this is the kind of analysis which can be done by using this log. Or some other kind of pattern may emerge, that maybe I am wasting too much time on the internet. But you have to be very, very truthful while writing this log, and you can keep it a secret so that no one can see it, because if you are scared of someone seeing it, you might not be very truthful. So we keep it in a secret folder or something, but write 100% honest log and write whatever. Now suppose you have wasted 1 hour, almost like 15 minutes in daydreaming, mention that also. So over a period of time it will accumulate and you will come to know some pattern, and you can change your course accordingly. Because what happens most of the time, people keep on reading every day, and like a ship in an ocean without a rudder, like without any direction. So this will help us to kind of channelize our energies into something productive. I hope this was helpful. If you have any doubts, feel free to write in the comments. I'll reply as soon as possible. Thank you. Have an awesome day.